Howdy guys, it's the Dallerfin'd crustacean back at it with another video. We are starting Evil Within 2 on classic mode. Gonna get all the warnings about how you only have a certain amount of saves and all of that. But this video is gonna be a lot of cutscenes and running around, so I'll shut up now.
No, this is not happening.
Okay, well I have a while to talk before all the cutscenes happen. So, these videos that I'm gonna make, since we only have a certain amount of saves, I'm gonna make each video each save. So if you don't know this difficulty, you only have a certain amount of saves, so since we're starting from the beginning, until we make a save, you have to start the game over again. So we're gonna play this video until my first save, and the next video is gonna be from this save to the next save. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna do that. These videos. So the videos are gonna be somewhat longer than my usual format. This video is actually gonna be my longest video on the channel so far, because that's how I want to do it.
I'm coming, Lily. Just hold on.
This is a very hard challenge, much harder than a Kumu difficulty in my opinion. And I can take all the damage I want. I just can't die.
Lily? Come on out. Lily, where are you? I'm here. Dad's here.
You weren't here for me, Dad.
Lily! No!
You didn't save me!
Kidman?
Hello, Sebastian. It's been a long time.
3 years. I've been trying to track you down for 3 years.
And you thought you'd find me at the bottom of an empty bottle. Is that it?
And why are you here now, damn it?
You didn't find me because they didn't want you to. Calm down, Sebastian.
You knew what was gonna happen in that hospital, didn't you?
What happened at Beacon is in the past. You need to forget it.
You sound just like that psychologist the Force shoved down my throat. But he didn't have answers. You do. You're gonna tell me about Mobius.
I'm here because of this.
Where did you get this?
Lily's still alive.
Lily is dead! I read the police report! I was at her funeral!
We can rewrite history if we want to. Staging a death is child's play. Why would I come out of the shadows just to lie to you? Lily is alive, and she's with us. But but she's in danger. We need you to help save her.
Save her? What have you done to her? Get your hands off me!
I was hoping you'd come willingly, Sebastian. But we don't have time for this bullshit. We need you. Lily needs you. Sebastian? You're awake. Good.
Yeah, great. Where are we?
You're in one of our facilities.
So this is the almighty Mobius, huh?
Be careful about what you say. You don't know how powerful they are.
Right. So powerful they have to kidnap a washed-up ex-cop to help them.
At least your terrible sense of humor is still intact.
Enough of this bullshit. Where's Lily?
Patience. All your answers are right here.
The Beacon Mental Hospital incident was an unfortunate setback. But we used the knowledge gained to build a new and vastly improved STEM system.
What does this have to do with my daughter?
Imagine it. Millions of minds connected together. Happiness for one is happiness for all. This machine, this miracle, will allow our species to achieve greatness. We needed to start with a mind that was pure and clean enough to support thousands of personalities. The mind of an innocent child.
You connected Lily to that machine?
Your daughter is quite special. The most stable core candidate we've ever tested. Thanks to her, the new STEM has been a smashing success. Until recently.
A little over a week ago, Lily vanished. Just stopped sending signals. Then the STEM environment began to collapse. We thought it was just a technical glitch. An easy fix, so we sent a team of Mobius agents inside. But then we lost contact with them, and STEM went dark.
Think about this, Mr. Castellanos. I am providing you an opportunity. Not only to see your daughter again, but to save her life. Something you thought you failed to do before. You can save her, or let her die. It's your choice.
Good luck, Sebastian. And please, try to cooperate with any team members you might find in there. I know you don't trust us, but they have the same goals as you do.
That's all right. I'm fine by myself.
Just remember to call me the moment you find Lily, so that we can begin the extraction process. I'll be out here for you. And someone else will be in there for you. Are you ready? Be careful in there, Sebastian. We're counting on you. STEM entry in 3, 2, 1.
Is this...
Dad, help me!
I'm coming, Lily! I know it's hard to accept, Myra. But she's gone. Our little girl is gone.
No. I'll never accept it. If you won't help me, I'll find out the truth on my own.
What the hell is this place?
Detective, we've got a call.
All units 1199. Exploit cover code 3. Beacon Mental Hospital.
What the...
Hello? Sebastian, are you there?
Kidman? What?
Snap out of it, Sebastian. You've made it in safely. How are you feeling?
Terrible. Like the worst hangover ever.
Don't worry. It will pass once your mind has adjusted. You're in an area separate from the main system right now. That's how we're able to maintain communication with you. This construct is called your room. It's a safe zone that was formed from your own memories.
My memories, huh? If that's the case, then where are my wife and child? This place looks like my old office at Crimson City PD.
It was your self-conscious that built it. You should ask yourself that question. Let's get down to business. We sent some information into your room. Do you see anything unfamiliar?
There are photos of a bunch of Mobius agents here. Your lost team, I assume.
That's them. Let us know if you locate any of them. You're our only line of communication into STEM. They're stuck in Union and searching for Lily too.
Union?
This STEM environment was designed to look and feel like a small town called Union.
Great. So your experts need rescuing too, huh?
If anyone can do it, it's you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, but I'm only here to find Lily.
There's more info there. You should check it out before you go.
Well, that was a long intro, and it's only going to keep going from here. This game actually has quite a few cutscenes and conversations, but that conversation that he just had with Kidman on the walkie-talkie, conversations like that, after this episode, I start skip them because when you have to go back hours and hours when you make a mistake and you die, yeah, it gets kind of annoying having to watch through the little dialogue options. But
Why couldn't my memory just make
I will still have the cutscenes in here, just won't have the little conversations. I promise it's
into the
really nothing important. You'll be able to understand the story just based off of the cutscenes and what I'm talking about.
Oh no.
Lily, what's wrong?
My doll's head is broke.
It's okay. Mom can fix it for you. She can fix anything.
Sebastian? What's wrong? Are you all right?
I've got a wonderful family. An amazingly smart and beautiful wife. Why wouldn't I be all right? Come here, Myra.
You've been working too hard. It's making you delirious. Are you sure you're not coming down with something?
Is this the right place?
So, if you didn't know, all of the story with his house being on fire and stuff like that, that was all explored in the last game through notes and files.
What the?
So this whole backstory isn't coming out of nowhere. They're not just making it up. It's kind of interesting how Ruvik and Sebastian have both been traumatized by fire. Could have been cool if that was explored more in the story. How both of them have had people taken from them from the fire.
What the hell? That's one of the search team. Baker.
These first couple of chapters are so good, and I think they perfectly encapsulate. Jeez Louise.
Sadistic.
Y'all know what I'm trying to
Whoever
say,
did
I
this
hope.
must have enjoyed it.
But I think they perfectly describe, they perfectly match the tone of the first game. Jesus Christ.
Someone tried to block
I
the way
cannot
out.
talk.
Or in.
I think that some of this game could have been better in terms of like tone and vibe, which is why I enjoy playing the first game more. But this game is in no way a bad game. This game is a great game. And these first couple of chapters are the perfect representation of a follow-up to Evil Within, as a sequel, as it can get.
Hello? Shit. Who was that?
So, this first, we're gonna have our first save all the way in chapter 4. So if you die before chapter 4, we are going to have to restart the entire game. And believe me, it happened to me more than a couple times. And me me walking around looking at everything, I really did want this to be a very cinematic experience for y'all, because I was like, there's not going to be any dying. Unlike Evil Within 1, I'm not going to be cutting out my deaths or mistakes, because each run from save to save is going to be a complete run. So I really wanted to explore everything, take everything slowly, but like I said, with skipping the small dialogue sections outside of cutscenes, it gets really hard to do all of that when you're dying and being reset for hours of your time. So, this first episode, I might be taking a lot more time walking around and listening to conversations than I will be in the rest of the game. So, don't expect me to keep up the theatrics for that long later into this series. This villain is so good, and I'll talk about my disappointments with how the story treated him later. But
Just
for
like a
now,
search team member.
he really carries this game, in my opinion.
I gotta find a way out of here.
Like, this is so creepy. Like, the eye just watching you down the hall. These little interactions that you only get if you actually, like, walk down this way, because you don't have to walk down this way. And the sounds of the saws coming from behind the door as like a little foreshadowing to who we're gonna encounter soon. So cool. So I'm glad I got a little exploration in here for y'all, but like I said, don't expect too much. I mean, even here in this these first couple of chapters before our first save have some great exploration and some great like side missions that you can do, but I'm not gonna do them because I'm not gonna risk dying. Some really cool things, but y'all aren't gonna see them. So please go pick up this game and explore everything, because this game is a semi-open world game, which I think is where some of it falters for me. I think it would have been a lot better if it was more story driven like the first game, but with it being an open world game, it does bring a lot of really cool things for you to enjoy. Definitely nothing to be upset by. Though I do think that one of the side missions culminates in an ending for Sebastian that should definitely be part of the main story, with him dealing with his past traumas from the first game. But whatever, it's still there.
Shit. What the hell?
So cool. Such a great introduction to our first monster of the game. it honestly rivals how I feel about the Keepers. Like, if the Keepers were my favorite enemy from Evil Within 1, this lady might be my favorite of Evil Within 2. And might even be tied with my favorite monster designs from the whole Evil Within series, next to the Keepers.
God damn it. What the hell is that thing?
One thing I do like about this game is the fleshed out characters. We get to know a lot more about Sebastian.
Oh, I don't hear it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
That thing is so scary. Ugh.
All right. What the fuck is going on here? And now where am I?
Unlike the first game, these syringes are actually useful. They'd give you 1,000,000 syringes in the first game, and you couldn't even use them on a Kumu difficulty. Well, I guess you could, but once your health was full, I mean, that was it. There was no reason to fill it up in the first place because you die in one hit.
Where were you when I needed you?
But here, perfect. Gonna use a lot of those in this playthrough. A lot,
Maybe this
a
is
lot.
the right place.
Like a lot.
Lily, I hope you're here. What did I get myself into? Kidman?
Sebastian, where have you been? We lost you.
I don't know. But it sure as hell wasn't a quaint little town. There's something bad happening in here, Kidman. Baker is dead. There's a killer running around in here, doing things that are... It's like Beacon all over again. What the fuck did you just send me into?
I don't know. We're in the dark out here. Baker was the team leader. If he's dead, that doesn't bode well for the rest of them. Keep searching around. The more info you gather, the more I'll be able to help you.
Yeah. Sure.
I like how Kidman's just like, oops, sorry I didn't tell you we're in the dark out here. But since you're in there, go ahead and tell us what you see.
Don't worry, Sebastian. It's just a small, quiet town.
What a poop.
Yeah. Too quiet.
This next part is so Resident Evil coded.
Hello? Hey! She had to have heard me. Better check it out. Hello?
Gotta eat.
and bones. Gotta eat. Clean your plate. You gotta eat. Skin and bones. I said eat! There we go.
I'm doing what's best for you.
What the?
Now we're gonna treat this like I would in real life. We're just gonna run the hell out of here. Screw the guy in front of the door, we're just running. Oh, you're gonna see a lot of this flick aiming. It really helps you run a good distance more when your stamina's low. But yeah. There's no reason to waste our bullets there. But yeah, if you replace if you replace Sebastian with Leon in that cutscene, I think it plays out pretty perfectly for a Resident Evil game. Except replace Sebastian going, "What the?" when he sees it, and then Leon would just go, "Hey, you," and then when the monster turns around, he'll just blow its head off. But then the monster doesn't go down. And that white stuff comes out and then just knocks Leon back, and then we have the same thing play out again.
O'Neill, move! Mobius members. Some of them are still alive then.
So here we go to our actual first stressful part of the game. The parts before this was all just walking. If you go fast enough, you'll actually see this guy spawn in. And then you can just stab him immediately before he starts walking his path, because it gets a lot harder. Then you just want to walk as quietly as possible up to the door, kill him, and then go inside. But yeah, everything leading up to this was just a walking from cutscene to cutscene. Now we're actually to gameplay for the most part. Gonna have a little cutscene here with the guy inside. Then we're gonna get to the real meat of what's happening before save 1. Even though I really like these first few chapters, I think the Haunted and Evil Within 1 look much cooler as like a default enemy compared to these guys. What do they call these guys? I'm not even sure what these ones are called. But they look like milk people. I don't know. All the white stuff in this game. I really enjoyed the barbed wire aesthetic of the first one.
Don't come any closer! Okay, calm down. Don't shoot. I'm not gonna hurt you. See? You can lower your gun. I'm on your side.
You're not Mobius. You might not be one of those things, but that doesn't mean you're on my side.
You're right. I don't work for Mobius. But I was sent here by them.
Have you seen what those things out there? What they can do?
Yeah, I have. Lucky for you, your partner was willing to sacrifice himself so you could escape.
He wasn't my partner. He was just a member of Union's security detail. Protecting me was his job, and my job is to solve a hardware issue. Dying inside here is above my pay grade. I'm not a soldier. I'm just a technician.
I know.
Stop, or I'll shoot! No!
A soldier would have taken the safety off.
How you gonna have the balls to point at another human being,
told
but
you.
not the balls to point
We're
at a
on the same
monster?
side.
Ya pussy.
Let's try this again. I'm Sebastian Castellanos.
I'm O'Neill. Liam O'Neill. So you're not Mobius, but they sent you in here? Why?
I'm trying to restore the core. Just like you are.
Yeah? Good luck with that. I'm done. I'm just gonna hold out here until extraction.
They can't extract you. Not until Lily is found.
Who's Lily?
Look, everyone is stuck in here until the core is located. Can you help me out?
If you're asking me to go out there with you, you can forget about it. This is a safe house, so I'm staying safe. Got me? But I may have a lead on the core. I detected some signals nearby that resonate at the core's frequency. We were trying to track them when we got attacked. Here, listen to this. It sounds like a little girl, right?
Quiet. Was that her? The core?
I think so. But I've been picking up all sorts of weird signals on my communicator since we got here. No way to know for sure until you track it to its source.
How do I do that?
Your communicator can pick it up too. Once you're out there, check it. You'll see. You'll probably pick up other signals while you're out there. It wouldn't hurt to follow them to find out what...
No way. The core first. It's the only way we're getting out of here.
Suit yourself.
Let's pair up our communicators. That way I can tell you if I find anything.
Yeah, okay. Can't hurt, I guess.
This is probably the best part of this game. The best new feature from 1 to 2. Crafting. Being able to craft bullets and such, especially med kits on the fly, is so handy. These little coffee machines are pretty nifty as well. Just refill your health each time you're in a safe house. Pretty nice. Not having to use a med kit.
That?
Girl, you know who that was.
Okay. Let's see if I can find this signal he mentioned. Looks pretty far away.
So yeah, this first chapter is gonna be just running from point to point, finding Lily's voice. Not first chapter. I'm probably gonna say that a lot. First chapter, because it's all one video. chapter 3, I guess I should say. Chapter 3 is a whole bunch of running around and finding Lily's voice. But this is like the semi-open world section that I was talking about.
What in the hell? If it keeps breaking apart like this, there won't be any Union to search. I gotta try to find that signal.
Like, that's so cool, just like having everything broken up like that. It's kind of like how the ending of Evil Within 1 was, except now we're starting with it all broken apart. This time it's broken up even worse than before. So now we're gonna have our first little monster encounter. And get the crossbow. This is gonna be a lot of running around. Ooh, they saw me. They saw me. Your stamina actually goes down faster when an enemy sees you. Or like when an enemy is chasing you. That is so messed up. Now we're just gonna go ahead and run. They're gonna see us no matter what. I've tried sneaking past them and they see you no matter what, so you might as well just run, get the head start while you have it. Hopefully the video doesn't look too choppy, but in between a lot of these points, I was constantly pausing, thinking about where I needed to go next, while also like following a guide of my own. Like, please go follow Jigsaw on YouTube. He makes great content and great speed runs for Evil Within, Resident Evil, games like that. He's really good at what he does. And he helped me immensely get through this. I'm so glad I've been subscribed to him for so long, because if I didn't know who he was, I would have been struggling. This video is actually a bitch to edit because I had to cut out all of my pauses. So if you see any choppy moments, I'm sorry. That's just poor editing on my part. It's not very easy to get a seamless transition from when you first pull up the pause menu to when you close the pause menu. But that's only gonna happen in this video, because it's so open. I just didn't know the optimal way to get from point to point without running into any enemies, which is why I followed his speed run from point to point. But yeah, this is like one of the open world sections that I was talking about, where we're skipping a lot of like really cool stuff that you can find. But I had already died. Like, this is my third or fourth attempt, which is really low for what the amount of attempts that it's gonna take me for other save to save points. But this always feels like a really slow section because you have to get through all the cutscenes and the walking and such. So, and it always sucks just having everything erased from beginning to end.
What the?
So definitely dying before your first save is a lot more tiring than dying anywhere else when you have to reset. Which is why I took this so slow.
Where'd she go?
Or so fast. however you want to look at it. I took it slow by following somebody's speed run step by step, pausing every couple of seconds, and I took it fast by using the speedrunner's strats to avoid the enemies as best as I could.
It's Lily's doll. She's been here. Lily. Oh my god, she's in trouble. Someone is chasing her. I should check out around back. See where that window comes out.
Lily is honestly super smart. What is she here? Like 6, 7, 8? One of those numbers? At that age, if somebody was chasing me and I was locked in the room, I would not have even bothered looking around. I would have freaking cornered myself and sat crying in the corner. But I guess that's what happens when you're Sebastian's spawn.
What the? Another signal. Good. I'm coming, sweetheart. Just hang in there.
Here is our first key. Unlike Evil Within 1, where I was trying to collect as much keys as possible to make myself stronger, I'm not doing that here because I'm trying to get out of here as fast as possible. So, yeah, not gonna be too many keys collected here. Because there's not gonna be too much looking around. But I am, however, gonna collect as many of these herbs as I can find. They will come in very handy throughout this playthrough, like I've said. We're just gonna do that now because we have to come back here later.
Let's try this again.
Where are you?
Blood. A few days old. Hope it's not Lily's.
Sorry I'm not talking, guys. I'm just like, this is what I said. Like, there's not much for me to say. Other than I'm just like running from point to point. You can either follow me or you can go look at Jigsaw's channel. I want to talk about the game, but I don't want to spoil anything yet, so I'll wait till we have more information later on. This guy scared the hell out of me. I didn't even notice him. But I saw him now, and he was not supposed to be there. And I didn't want to shoot him because I think everybody over there behind the gate would have heard me and come running after me. But he's gone now, so now we can continue with the story. We're almost done, actually. It hasn't seemed that bad, but it is. Not bad, I just mean difficult.
Thank God.
After this one, we're gonna actually have to get behind the gate and head inside. And there's gonna be a lot of things that go so wrong for me that have never gone wrong for me in the past. It's just like I had bad luck.
She must be in that warehouse. Smart girl. Lots of good places to hide in there, I bet.
This also wasn't supposed to happen. This guy sees me from behind the fence, and he starts running after me. He's literally running out of the fence to come get me. I think if he had known where I was, he would climb up the building. Yep, there he comes. But I'm hiding behind this thing. Thank goodness he doesn't know where I am, because he would be climbing up here right now. Pretty crazy how smart they are. I mean, he saw me from around the fence and just made a long journey to come get me. But this is where things are about to go wrong. First, we're gonna go in here and grab everything that we can. We're gonna climb up the ladder and be really, really quiet. And this next part is supposed to be really fast, but I nearly die. It's just gonna climb down, and we have to go through this fence to flip a switch to open the garage. And I should be able to kill both of these girls with one of my axe. Like one swing, but this girl did not die. And then she almost kills me. I've shot her 3 times now, and I'm nearly dead. Like, literally not even like an inch of life left. Thank goodness I had a syringe. Now the guy on top knows I'm here too. He could have grabbed me and I would have been so screwed. But we're just gonna go back here and hide. And this is already being able to craft syringes is paying off. Actually, something cool is it's actually cheaper if you craft things at the workbench inside of safe rooms and such, instead of crafting them away from the workbenches. So anytime we pass the workbench, I'm definitely gonna take the opportunity to craft there. They are relentless. They are not going away. There they go. If I was fast enough, I probably could have stealth killed her before she climbed up the ladder, but I wasn't gonna risk it. So it sucks that I had to waste 2 syringes already, but I'd rather waste 2 syringes than have to go all the way from the beginning. So, gonna stealth kill this guy so he doesn't accidentally see me go into the gate. Because sometimes after they see you and then they go back to their position, they start taking different routes than before, and I didn't want to risk that. This girl did not take a different route. She went right back to just beating on whatever she was beating on before. So we're gonna kill her. And get a nice little axe in return. Very kind. I wish there were 2 things that you could one-shot people with in this game like there is in the first game. Like you had the torches and the axes in the first game, but here you just have axes. Don't get me wrong, the axes are still great. So I was gonna enter here, but there's actually now I'm gonna take a detour because I'm not following the guide anymore. Up to this point, I was following. It wasn't a guide; it was a speed run. Up to this point, I was following a speed run just to see how to get here the safest. But now I'm gonna actually start having my own brain. No more guide for me for the rest of the playthrough. I know how to play. I've played this game plenty of times. So I'm gonna move this crate over to this yellow trash bin over to the red crate, because we are gonna need that placed there when coming out of the garage. But since this guy had such good eyes and could see me from such a distance, I was kind of scared to just walk up on him. I was afraid he might have good ears too and would be able to hear me coming from behind. Boom. So now we can move this trash bin up to the crate so we don't have to do it when we're running from the enemies later. Cause Jigsaw, he moved the crate while he was running, and I am not risking that. I would rather risk stealthing, take my time, so that it's easier later. Now we're gonna go progress with the story. Progress, not progress.
Lily? Shit. Lily came from upstairs.
There's a couple enemies here, but you can run past them. Well, I guess it's really just one. Not a couple, just one enemy. You can run past him, but since I have an axe, I go ahead and use it. I'd recommend doing the same thing because it's just not worth it. Not worth taking the risk. Here's the enemy I was talking about. Plus, it doesn't matter if you waste an axe on him because he has one of his own. So it's like you didn't do anything. It's an even trade. Gonna walk in here, grab an electric bolt. That's what I came in here for mainly. There we go, there it is. Because we're gonna need that as soon as we come out of here. Grab a free syringe, that's always nice. Might as well go around collecting things when it's safe to do so.
Nice. I'll take it.
There we go, that's more like something I would do.
Him. The murderer with the camera. And the son of a bitch has my little girl. I was so close. Damn it! Calm down. Think. I gotta save her. No more signals coming into this communicator. I need to find another way. O'Neill. Not sure I can trust him. But he wants out of here as bad as I want to find Lily. O'Neill, it's Sebastian. Can you hear me?
Sebastian? Is that you? You're breaking up.
Shit. Not now. Maybe it'll work better outside. Can't let him get away again. Hey! You! The girl! Where is she?
Okay, this part is pretty stressful. They're gonna spawn 3 of these, like, dog worm things. And you want to be really good with your aiming and where you place the electric bolt. I missed one, and he scratched me for half my health. It's a good thing that he can heal and walk at the same time. But once you get down, they don't chase you anymore. At least I've never had them chase me. Maybe if you take a while longer to get out of there, or if you don't electrocute them, they will follow you out the gate, but as far as I know, they've never followed me.
O'Neill, it's Sebastian.
You're still alive? I mean,
alive. Good. Were you able to locate the core?
No, but I know who has her. And he's got powers like nothing else in here. But I lost him.
I think I can help you out with that. I picked up a frequency I've never seen before. It's coming from City Hall.
Great. Where's that?
Look up. Do you see a building with a big clock tower?
Yeah.
That's it.
How in the hell am I supposed to get up there?
It's a bit complex. Come back here, I can explain.
Do you see a building with a big clock tower? Looks at trees. Sorry guys, I guess I wasn't standing in a good spot. I tried to move, but the trees were just so big. Those things, those shrieking things with the mist coming off them, are also a really good inclusion to this game. Really great enemy type. I like the variety of enemies, because there wasn't a lot of variety when it came to Evil Within 1. Thanks, O'Neill. I don't know how you filled this bag up without leaving the room, but it's nice of you.
You made it here okay.
Not sure if okay is the right word, but yeah, I made it. Now, tell me how to get to City Hall.
Union was built with a sort of backstage area, so Mobius operatives could observe the test subjects in secret. Most of these passageways are still intact enough to bypass the fissures in Union.
But chunks of the city are floating in the air. How are there tunnels?
They're passageways, not tunnels. When you go in and out of them, you're basically phase shifting. We call it the marrow. It exists in a layer separate from what you see.
That doesn't make any sense.
Fortunately for you, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to work. But it's a maze down there. You take the wrong path, you could end up on the other side of town.
Where's this marrow that gets me to City Hall? And who comes up with these ridiculous names?
I'll mark the location of the port. It's in the north safe house. Looks like a regular computer, but it's not. I'll give you the password you need to activate it. Once you're inside, follow the marker to exit B2. That should take you straight to City Hall.
You could have told me this on my communicator, you know.
Maybe so, but I couldn't have given you this. The passageways are still intact, but the collapse of Union has caused infrastructure issues. My communicator says that the gas leak is blocking the path to exit B2. You'd never make it through alive without this.
Deadly gas leaks, huh? Thanks for saving the worst for last, O'Neill.
Based on what we've seen so far, I doubt that it's the worst you'll encounter.
You're not helping.
Anything else you need to know before you go?
Okay. Chapter 4. Like I said, this is our first save. Not yet. We have one last little stretch, and then we'll finally save. I mean, I guess y'all could save here if y'all want to, but I promise y'all it's gonna be much more convenient for dying's sake if you save after we get to the next section. Because out of every save, like in between from getting from one save to the next, I'd say the next video is without a doubt the hardest time I had with this whole game. It took me like a day, a full day to get from this save to our second save. It was ridiculous how many times it took me. And there's actually one issue with the next part that I'll talk about. A real problem with classic mode. But I'll talk about that in the next video. So right now we're making it to the save point. This is actually back where we shot that one electric bolt at the door. Yeah, this is where it finally comes back around. since we're passing this key anyway, might as well grab it. So now there's a lot of enemies in front of here, but we're just gonna run past them. Those things, when they scream, they completely empty your stamina. That guy standing up scared the crap out of me. I forgot that he did that.
I should let Kidman know what's going on.
Thank goodness he didn't grab me.
Kidman, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What have you got for me?
The good news is that I located O'Neill, and he was able to get me on the trail to find Lily.
That's great.
The bad news is that Union is literally falling apart around me, and it's mostly populated by corpses and monsters. Oh, and that psycho I told you about, the one with the powers he shouldn't have, he's got Lily. I'm getting ready to head into the Marrow, which you neglected to tell me about, to get to him.
I'm sorry we didn't have time for a briefing before sending you in, but we didn't think it would be this bad.
It's just as bad as Beacon in here. No, it's worse. My daughter wasn't stuck in Beacon.
Okay, calm down. Maybe I can help you out. Can you give me any information on this person?
Male, about 5'10", black hair. He fancies himself as some sort of artist.
That's not much to go on.
Tell me something I don't know. I'm on my way to City Hall. I'll call you later.
Okay. We're gonna actually collect everything that we see, and then we're gonna go ahead and make our way into the mirror so that we can use the keys that we have and get through the little nurse cutscene. Just to have it away, because before I make my saves, I usually get all the upgrades that I can and craft all the bolts that I think that I'll need for the next sections. Just because when you reload after losing a couple hours, just like feeling the need to want to skip cutscenes, it's always nice to just have it readily available than having to craft it every time you respawn from a... or reload, I guess I should say.
This is a challenge you have to face as you are.
I knew what I got myself into. I'm not worried.
Yeah, you can. That's another thing about
I get the feeling you'll need their contents now more than ever.
That's another thing about classic mode. You can't upgrade. No gel. That's what she just said. You're gonna have to complete this as you are. And what do? They don't give you gel. Which I talked about in Evil Within 1, how they do that so much better, because like I said, in Akumu they give you a bunch of syringes, but you can't use them in Evil Within 1, so why they give it to you? Here, they don't give you any gel. They replace it with other items. Such a good feature. But we can still craft up bullets and such, which is very much welcome. I could have saved in the mirror, but why save in the mirror if I'm gonna have to come out of the mirror every time that I reload? Like I said, it's all about the conveniences. So here we go. First save. And it's going to give us a warning. It's going to be like, are you sure you want this to be your first save? Because you have 7 remaining. Yep, I definitely do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Welcome to Evil Within 2. I love y'all. Bye.